Ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds good too, don't it? Mm-hmm. It sounds good. The sound on it.
It's amazing, bro.
Sounds good.
Episode 51 of Say What's Real, guys. I'm actually super excited to bring this series back because I got the show's co-creator with me tonight, man.
What's up, man? What's good?
I haven't seen your ass in a long time.
What's good, man?
I finna have a stroke when I saw your ass, boy.
Yeah, boy.
You look, bro, handsome as ever.
Yeah, he pulled it with a new Webb.
Yeah, I saw your truck when I was pulling for the pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, that's Captain America's truck,
bro.
Oh,
man, I had to get some, just a little
sound light.
Sound light.
Little bulletproof truck, sound light.
Just some light,
This guy's a bulletproof whip to sound light, though.
But, man, yeah, it's good to be here, bro.
Thank you, man.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Well, I know we were weekly, then now it's like the once a year thing. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you want.
Of course, man.
And I love the Black Panther shirt.
Oh, I gotta represent, bro.
That's fire, dude.
Every time I think it just makes me sad, though, man. Chadwick, man. Damn.
Rest in peace, bro.
Rest in peace.
I was actually gonna wear my Irish shirt.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you saw me grabbing it, but then when I saw that, I was like, I can't be the white guy wearing a fucking Irish shirt when this guy's a Black Panther shirt.
Hey, man, it's all good, though.
I know, but
we worldwide in here.
Yeah, we really are.
We're worldwide, bro.
Well, since last year, I actually really liked our episode last year, by the way.
Yes.
It was embarrassing because we did the whole, porn segment. I don't know if you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, and then, and then from there... I think I have told you this, but bro, the TikTok shit completely has saved our, I don't want to say saved our channel, but it kind of did a little bit.
That's what's up, though.
Because I think I told you.
You're active on there. You don't read your messages that I send you, but you are active.
And I want to tell you guys that, by the way. I've had Warren, I have Emily, I have multiple friends who will tell me hey, you never check your. I'm sorry, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like that guy, but I'll show you after what I'm filming. When I open up TikTok,
when I first mentioned it to this guy, he was like, "Dude, I don't want to, I'm not trying to sound whatever, but since I blew up on TikTok, it's been really hard."
No, I'll show you.
Suffering from success.
You're trying to flex on me, bro.
You said it was flexing.
Yo, you were flexing on me, bro. You were like, "Dog, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of people just sending me crazy shit. So if I don't get back to you," I was like, "Bro, are you really?"
Yeah,
you were dead ass though. You were dead serious, bro.
It was a problem.
Yeah, it was a problem, man. I was like, all right, big fella.
When I show you, it'll literally say every other time I open it up, 500 notifications. And I'm not lying. And I don't read my comments either on TikTok. I know that's a problem. I'm gonna learn how to fix it, guys.
That's all right, man.
I'm really. Here's the problem with that, though. Okay, I don't know. I like this. I like music. I like podcasting. I want to be on the public. I want to get our stuff out there. I just hate bad comments. I know that sounds super corny. Why am I in this field? But I
don't think it's corny. I mean, you're not the only one. From my perspective, I just think that, if they're taking enough time to respond,
then I should be responding to them.
Well, not even that you should be responding to them, but I'm saying if they're taking enough time to respond to you, that's a good thing. They're watching. Mm-hmm. So all feedback is, hey, whether you say something negative or not, you're responding to my shit.
Which is good.
Thank you. Hell yes.
Yeah, awesome. Obviously, I remember one time I posted a video and within 10 minutes I went back. I'm not joking. Within 10 minutes I went back to look at it. First comment had 179 likes. It said, "Oh, so everybody just gets a podcast now?"
I remember you telling me something about that.
It kind of I know it's just some random online person, but it kind of you know what I mean?
No, I mean, hey,
so
hey, everybody's got an opinion. That's cool.
I will try my hardest this next coming months to really try to engage with that. It just I don't know how to explain it. I'm a pussy, bro. Sorry.
I think it takes time. You know what I'm saying? Me and you talked about it before. I think it takes a certain amount of, training yourself to realize that.
Not care.
Yeah, but I think it's natural to care, though. I just personally like, you know me though. Like I'll be getting back at people. I like it. I'm with the shits.
You
Like,
have a lot of legendary clapbacks though.
I like it. It's like sport. You know what I mean? Like I want to see what your picture look like. Let's get started.
I'm trying to dox you, dog. You know.
But it's all fun.
Which
But
we
no,
just
man.
did,
like
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll
It's-
have to tell you about that. After
the
the
TikTok is blowing up though. I'm happy.
proud you're on TikTok, man. I'm really actually proud of that. We need to get him.
It's
on
been
TikTok,
a
by
lot.
the way.
It took
and Ocho too. By the
It
way.
took so long to get me on TikTok.
Well, I'm
I
proud
don't
of you
even do
because
anything on there, but
you're like with it now, and I've been trying to get Justin and Josh to get with it.
Yeah,
Like for
yeah.
instance, right? Josh does this thing where he'll send me Facebook Reel videos that are just previously made TikToks.
right. And you could do the same thing on Instagram. I know what you mean.
which I do that, right?
Yeah,
So, and he'll show me that, and I'm like, hey, that was a trend 4 months ago,
Chill.
right? And then like he'll make
That
fun
was
of
a
me,
trend
and
4 months ago.
yeah, he'll send me stuff that was a trend like 4 months ago, and I'm
That's
like, hey, bro,
crazy.
just download TikTok, be an adult, okay?
Yeah.
Download TikTok, and it'll be okay. It'll be fine, dude. Just download TikTok. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you're not gay or like
No,
against the
no,
time. Like,
no.
I think some people might really think that. Like, I don't want no gay ass TikTok. It's like, bro, chill, dude.
I don't want
Like,
I don't want no gay ass TikTok.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, you know, and I almost had a video banned on TikTok for saying the word gay. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, what if I was gay? Now I
You
can't
would-
say what
you
I
would
am.
Still
Like, it's
probably be
crazy.
banned.
That's fucking insane, dude.
It's weird.
But
But
speaking of people who are banned, let's get into fake Drake, man. I know
fake Drake.
you've been kind of.
I just want to get your perspective because you're one of the biggest Drake fans I know.
I would say Stan, but yeah,
One of the
Yeah.
biggest Drake stans. I mean,
I think I rival Ak actually. If I met Ak, I'd be like, hey, bro, you got to step aside.
I think
bud.
you probably do rival act. I think you probably do.
but I don't do it as a joke though.
No,
Yeah, like I'm not joking.
no, you're.
I know
dead
there might be
serious.
some people who like really like ride for Drake as a joke to make everybody else mad.
Yeah,
But there's something inside of me that like I love making the old head hip hop fans just hella mad when they're like, "Oh, he got nothing on KRS-One though," and I'm like, "He does though, but he does. He makes better music.
oh my
But
god.
he got nothing on Rakim. That's real hip hop." But I'm like, "Hey, guess what? He does though. He does."
But
So-
then you have to defend the latest album though.
I did defend it to you.
I
I did defend it to you though, but so that's the
How?
problem because it's not a fucking rap album. Is it? I mean, but it's not. Was it marketed as a rap album? I don't. You
He
know what I
didn't
mean?
even market it.
Oh yeah, technically he didn't. But I
He
mean, like
it
he
just
didn't
popped
like.
out.
Listen, man, I'll defend it in the best way I can, and you guys tell me if it was worth being defended. Okay, someone of Drake's caliber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking like there's only a certain handful of people who are at his level,
Mm-hmm.
right, in the whole world that have ever existed, in my opinion, right. So once we get out of the whole he can't rap like KRS-One and you know, like that type of like once we get out of that conversation, because that's not where we're at anymore. Like he's above that now, right? To me. So once we get out of that conversation, he's in a handful of like goats to me. Someone of his caliber does not take risks like that. They don't risk their entire catalog, career, sound to do stuff like that. Am I wrong? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Have we ever heard someone of that caliber like take a risk musically, even if that album wasn't good?
In hip hop,
In hip hop, right? Because there's artists who do take risk, but in hip hop, no.
I've never
Yeah,
seen it.
there's artists that have done that. They just weren't as big as Drake, and
Yeah.
they flopped like hard. Like
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky's last album, he tried to do something different.
It flopped.
It flopped. Jeezy tried to
Well,
make
that's what
like
you
a
get for-
singing type of album, flopped. They're not as big as him, but they were still somewhat, you know.
Somewhat.
The album to me had like 3-4 songs that I liked. The rest, no, didn't like it. But I can sit back and be like, damn, I actually really fuck with Drake for like really trying to do something different. Which last album, Certified Lover Boy, people were like, well, that's always the same thing, and you don't try anything different. And then when he does something different, everybody's like, oh.
See, I understand it, but from me, it's no secret. Like I'm not the biggest. Like
At all, you don't like it
I
at
like
all.
some of his songs I do like, but usually it's the ones that are like more geared towards
hip hop.
the rap shit. I mean, I like when he does shit like Knife Talk.
Oh, that's fire.
I fucking
dude.
love Knife Talk, dog. I would ride around with that shit playing all the
21,
time.
21,
Yeah,
yeah.
21. But the thing with him that I don't, like, to me, like, he had to know when he dropped that. I mean, he had to have known that, like, a large portion of, like, the hip hop people wasn't really gonna fuck with it. I mean, they probably, even if they didn't, like, hate on it, it wasn't gonna be like, something. I agree with you on that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I thought it was corny when his reaction was like, oh, when like they told him, like, what do you feel about, like, what people are saying about the album? And he was like, oh, well, they're not up to speed yet. They'll catch up. Like,
yeah, I didn't get what that meant.
Probably just saying, like, they'll come around and
he's saying, like,
like they'll like it later on.
From me, I took it as, like, him saying, I'm ahead of, like, I'm ahead of, like, your
oh, like yeah, I see what you're saying. Which he kind of might be right, because we had this talk about this when Beyonce dropped her song, and it has the same, like,
it has a
genre twist that he did.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if, like, more people are going to start trying to do that, because that might just be like the new wave.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Which goes back to what he's saying, like, they'll catch up. Isn't like, what if a lot of artists are just gonna start doing that?
Because look at, if you think back to Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne was at the height of his career, and he had all the all these face tats and the dreads, and he's using auto-tune, and then looked like, at one point, it was like a bunch of Lils coming out. Lil Uzi Vert. I mean,
he did,
and they're all of them are baby Lil Waynes.
Yeah, he fathered them.
He's all of them. They're all little baby Lil Waynes. So, like, and that I do understand what you're saying. It's like, and a lot of people may not have liked like how, at one point Lil Wayne was using a lot of auto-tune, but I mean, it sort of fathered a sound to where you got people like Lil Baby that are, like, fully, which I'm not knocking Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby is dope, by the way. But
same here.
He uses a lot of auto-tune. You know what I'm saying? And he made it almost a part of his sound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be weird to hear Lil Baby
without it.
I
thought you were going to mention Wayne doing Rebirth, the rock album.
I like that.
Because I did too, but he did it at the height of his career.
He did.
Hey,
but that shit, what did you think about that album?
I think I only liked, like, one or two songs.
I
fuck with like 4 or 3 songs.
Yeah, probably more than that.
I mean, like, rock songs. Like, he had, like, Drop the World on there, which is like a rap song.
I mean, Eminem fucking kills that song.
He had another song with Nicki that wasn't really a rock song either. So, like, those two I liked, and then
even
like,
if he
couple.
only came out with Drop the World, I'd be like, that shit classic.
I mean, it's fire, though.
That song is like one of those songs that's just like, they both went in. They both went in. Eminem just.
And I remember, like, Eminem's verse was one of those verses where I remember where I was at when I heard it.
Do you?
Yeah, especially with Forever, too. The Forever song with him and Wayne and Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, I remember where I was at and who I was with when I heard the Eminem's verse on Forever. Like, that's how impactful that was to me, So.
Shout out to M.
Yeah, straight up. But, I mean,
back to the fake Drake.
Yeah, it's funny. At first, I still think it's funny. I think it's funny they took his Instagram away. I think it's funny people are mad about it. I think it's funny he was at a club in Houston and they were like, I know the real Drake and you're not allowed in the club. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, cool, dude. Yeah. Like, okay. And like fake Drake's like, yo, I'll pay Drake $1 million to box me. Cringy. Real Drake's gonna fucking knock you out, dude.
Not only that, but Drake don't need $1 million.
Have you seen how yoked Drake is now? Steroids or not, that he's fucking yoked, bro.
That was
fake
cringy.
Drake's getting packed out.
That was cringy, bro.
I might do it if I'm Drake, bro. If I promise you right now, listen, if we got to the level we want to get, and there's a fake Mello, I'm packing him out for views, bro.
That was so cringy when he said. He was like
standing in front of his little blinds in the back of his apartment.
He was like, I box you, and if I win, I get $1 million. You got to give me $1 million or sign me to OVO. If you win, I'll change my name to Izzy. It's no more Drake anymore. All right? Holla at your boy. So OVO team.
That was bad.
Bro, I was like, bro, this is the cringiest thing that I ever seen.
What would have been better though if he did it in a sweatshop while they're making OVO gear? Like imagine you're in like a fucking some backwoods area in like Cambodia, and they're like in a sweatshop just sewing fucking OVO sweaters.
By the way, why don't you have any OVO gear?
I might as well. I mean, because I'm a stan, but I'm a respectable.
You're a
stan.
stan, but you don't want to spend $70 on a t-shirt.
I'm a respectable stan, right?
I'm respectable.
But imagine we're in a sweatshop. They're sweating. They're making like 10 cents a day.
Yeah,
and fake Drake's in there like, hey, yo, if I win, I get $1 million. You know, like imagine,
it's
bro.
So bad, dude.
It was cringy, though.
Drake be making. He just made like $11 million during his last like gambling stream. Quote unquote.
He got a lot of trouble.
Bro, he does not need $1 million to box some fucking nobody.
He would never do that.
Isn't he in a lot of controversy for the whole?
I think the people in general who do the gambling thing are in a lot of controversy, but yeah.
Drake doesn't need $1 million for dealing with somebody that he clearly finds annoying.
If you're Drake, do you hate fake Drake?
Yes.
But why though? Why for you? Why for you though? Why would you?
Because he makes me look bad because he's just a poor rendition of me.
He's not even like a good, like, you know, like Perkio. He actually you're right, Dustin. He looks like Dirk.
Yeah.
Like I can cool, you know, like let's put the kid on, like that's cool. Like fake Drake.
It's weird
like
to have somebody. It's
Drake.
weird to have somebody, like, try to be you. Yeah. You know that's like. Can you imagine if somebody was seriously doing that to you and like talking like you and grew their hair long? Yeah. It was like telling the same jokes as you
and like lied about everything and shit.
It's just it's fucked up. It would be you would be like, man, you're like got your same tattoos. You'd be like, bro, like. What's going on?
Yeah, he did like the heart in the fade and everything.
Yeah, he did
bro.
the heart, and it's just like, come on, man.
I bet he tried to.
Have you heard any of his music?
No, but can you?
I didn't even know he
before
made
we
music.
get before we get into the music, can you imagine letting if you're a girl, if you're a female, right, letting fake Drake fuck you? I bet he pulled bitches, bro.
Oh, of course he did.
You go home to your girls like, hey, I fucked fake
At
Drake
one
last
point,
night. What?
he was getting $5,000. I think it was
who?
a $5,000 a show or
At a
for
club?
appearance.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a lot of bread. That's
just
a
to
lot
go
of
drink
bread.
and fuck bitches. Oh, hey babe, hey baby, I'm fake Drake OVO ting, and like a girl's probably really let him hit.
$5,000 an appearance. Bro.
He should have came up to here in Seattle, bro. I know girls that'll let you hit for nothing.
He
bro.
was
like
going
in
out to
fucking,
Miami
you know what I
where
mean?
it's like busy in Miami and shit. Like it's crazy.
And at first Drake didn't say anything. You never heard anybody talk about it. And I think the first time I ever heard anybody mention it is when he got kicked out of the club in Houston, right? Mm-hmm. And then Ak was talking about how Drake personally told me that he didn't like it and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, I wonder how Dirk truly feels about Perkio then.
I don't think he feels like disrespected by Perkio or anything at all.
I know he wasn't happy with the whole 6ix9ine shit that happened, but
he addressed it in a song.
Yeah.
Did you hear him say about it or talk about it? He like said he was saying something like why you clout chasing with why you do that shit to Perk, like basically he was like he almost tried to line him up. You know what I mean? Like it was some weird. And the Perkio kid is like 16. He's he's like young.
He's really really young.
He's hella young. He's not even. He's a minor. So it was like whack that they sort of played him and had him look goofy and put that jacket on him. It was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, what was he supposed to do when you have hella people to stand in?
He's 16, bro.
Yeah, that was actually kind of.
It's
really
corny.
Funny. It was.
It's pretty corny, but I mean, you're talking about 6ix9ine, so he got the viral moment. He knows what's gonna go viral, bro. It's 6ix9ine.
You still not a 6ix9ine fan, huh?
No.
He didn't. Like, you never did a 360 on him, man.
No, he has been making a lot of money in tours overseas, though.
Yeah, the overseas people fuck with 6ix9ine a lot.
Heavy.
You know.
What did I tell you, though?
You did tell me that when he first got out.
Why doesn't he move to, like...
Go to Putin's land, dude.
It doesn't even matter anywhere in Europe. It really doesn't matter. I was like, he can move anywhere in Europe. There's shows out there. They've been doing, like, shows with 200,000 people out there lined up, like, crazy.
I mean, one thing, and speaking of shows, I wanted to tell you about this. Did I ever tell you about a show me and Dustin went to recently?
No.
So me and Dustin went to a show recently. Our friend Jay Fitty and Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy and Jay were like, they were the headliners, yeah. And it was funny because one of the first guys that performed there, right? we were getting into the show. Me and us were like paying the cover fee, you know, just
Right.
like kind of checking everything out. And he was on stage and he was doing the whole like he was like, "Fuck Deshaun Watson, bro. You know, I'm from Capitol Hill, Doppelganger gang." And it was like, bro. And I looked at Emily because this is like her first show ever, right? Like rap show. Said, "That's not hip hop. Take a look at that. That's not hip hop."
It was like a white guy in like a pink shirt,
Yeah.
with like a dad hat and
like a huge cop pedo
like
stash.
cuffed jeans, and he just like looked like a dude like straight textbook Seattle. And
He
he was
was
like, "Fuck
rapping?
Deshaun Watson" when he got on
Yeah,
stage.
he's like, "Fuck Ann Coulter, bro." You know Ann Coulter, like I think her name is Ann Coulter.
I know.
Big, tall, blonde bitch. Yeah.
What does that have to do with rap?
No, I thought it was funny because that's not rap to me. So I was
No, but why was he saying that stuff?
I think
at
it
a
was
rap?
just like a political message.
Yeah.
So was he a rapper though?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
rapped.
he was us.
Was he good?
Nah,
I thought
fuck
he
no.
was. I thought he was
No.
us, bro. No offense. I mean, offense. Whatever. I don't give a fuck either, right?
He's
I
a
don't know
Seattle
you.
rapper.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
Damn,
I
sorry, I
would
was
say
gonna try to shoot you a plug, but
I would have
you
said
was
his name.
ass, I guess.
But I looked at Emily. I said, "Hey, that's not hip hop. So take a look at that, baby. That's not it, right?" So when you said the show, 200,000 people, I was like, "Damn!" Like, and I looked at how many people were there initially, and I was like, "Would I rather perform in front of that, or what you just said? I'd go overseas, and now we're fucking in front of like 200,000 people, right?"
Yeah.
And I think I'd rather do more than less. But again, the more would be because there's so many of them.
So
I can just
many
kind
people.
of block them out,
Yeah.
right? But
They're just they end up being just faces
yeah.
that blurred together in a sea of people.
When there's like 80 people though, like I'm seeing them up close
Yeah,
in
you're
person. I'm
seeing
like,
them.
fuck, man.
Yeah, no.
And I just talked about like in Daywalker, you know, when I said, "Tell my mama, shut the fuck up." And I have to look at all these people who probably like, "Wow, I love my mom. Wow, why did he say
Yeah.
that? Fuck Deshaun Watson, bro." Like, you know, like,
God.
because a lot of the lines in our songs are very like they're kind of like
They're more personal.
they're
so-
jarring too.
Yeah.
Like, I say a lot of jarring shit, right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of people be like, "Hey, why did you say that?" I'm like, "Bro, why don't you go make a song then?"
But
yeah,
the stuff
back
that you
to
say
it,
is
yeah.
personal to you. You know what I mean? Like it's to your situation. So I think the people that know you really know. Like I see why I say that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And if there was a fake Mello running around, like as long as he looked good and like wasn't acting like a fucking bitch, I'm cool with that. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, fake Drake. I mean, you got to do something, man.
I mean, I would love it though. Honestly, more than me, I would love it if there was like a fake Justin. That'd be so cool, dude.
That would be weird.
Because like Justin's not really like a social media head. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, well, you're never gonna get Justin like addressing it.
I feel like Justin would not like that shit.
No, I know he wouldn't. Would you, Justin? No, would you? What
Nah,
if he
but-
looked like you though? And like,
No,
it was
but
cool?
that what you just said, that'd be hella funny because like you're not gonna catch me at like a club, but then like you would see like a fake Justin at a club.
Yeah,
like, that's
see?
not the
That'd be
same
weird.
thing.
Like if you really were like trying to emulate Justin, you would be at home. You wouldn't be at the club.
That's
Right?
true.
Like if I saw fake Justin at the club, like, hey, you know Justin doesn't do this, right? Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
he don't even be at the club, man.
He don't even be at the club. though.
Which if he did, though, Justin would be. That's the sucky thing about Justin a little bit. He's like really like good looking and popular, but he just doesn't want to do the popular good looking thing.
I mean,
You know what
that's
I mean?
not for everybody, man.
I know it's not, and it's
type
it's
of
kind of not for me,
lifestyle.
but I feel like we have to do something like that to like get to our,
Yeah,
It might be
Play the
easy to
middle.
do that though, because you send me like 10 people a year that you think look like me that don't really look
No,
like
there
me.
is,
so-
bro, and I feel so bad because like I know his name, but I just fucking always mispronounce it. There was this guy who came into work one time, and I saw him, and I was like, bro. And I looked at him like, hey. I walked up and said, hey, bro, can I get a picture with you? And I'm not trying to be weird, but I need to get a picture with you because you look like my brother, right? And I'm
Damn,
like,
that'd be
please, bro, I
weird.
can't let this go. He's like, yeah, man, sure. So we take a picture at the counter, right? And he sends me his Facebook so I can add him. And bro, there's a picture that looks like Justin if Justin was from the Middle East, bro.
that's weird.
It like dead ass looks like Justin in like a fucking
You gotta find that picture, bro, for the episode, man.
Yeah, we will. We'll put it up.
Yeah, you gotta find that picture.
I'll ask the guy's permission first, obviously, right?
Yeah,
And maybe I
true.
should. Maybe I should ask for. Do you think I should have sent?
Nah, fuck it.
Nah, but
Yeah, fuck
it.
it, dude.
We
I love
go-
that. We're talking good about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you're good looking like my brother, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. And then, so I am really good at finding people's doppelgangers, bro.
Yeah.
He's right. There is a couple duds
Yeah.
then and there, but like, I have one for
I
Sebastian,
think
you,
all of it-
Josh.
What I think Andrew does is he'll find somebody with like, it's like, I don't even know what you would consider my skin
You're like
color.
olive, I
Yeah,
think,
like he
yeah.
would find somebody with like a slight tint in their skin, a black beard with black hair, and like, bro, that looks like Justin. It's like, no,
That's
it
funny
doesn't.
as shit. He's like, no, bro.
I know he says no to everything though. You see what I'm
said
saying?
no.
Even like the Middle Eastern Justin, like he said no to that. Did you say no to Middle Eastern Justin?
I didn't. No, the one where he has all of his shit on, like I don't know what it's called. I think that one could pass, but like you've sent like 3 of them.
The other ones don't.
And the other ones no.
And I think I made a post where I said, oh, this is Justin from the future trying to warn us about how piece of a shit mom is. And then it ended up coming true. Like it was a self-fulfilling prophecy, dude.
Something is really wrong with you.
Like years later, my mom ended up fucking us all over. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it was crazy how I made that post. Like it was like Dragon Ball Z. Trunks came from the future to save us from Android 18. And
this one right
there, hey Warren, look at that. That's Justin, blood.
Damn, that a little bit I could see it. A little bit I could see it.
Hey, zoom in on it a little bit.
Zoom in more.
Yeah. You just gotta like expand it. That's Justin.
That's wild.
That's
bro.
Justin, bro.
That's wild.
He's a Saudi prince, dog.
That's wild.
Dude.
So you saw him at your store.
Yeah, no, the guy's super nice. I love
But
that
this
guy.
is the same guy though, right? So this is what I'm saying. When Andrew sends other ones, that doesn't look like that at all.
Oh, that's the same dude.
I thought that looked like Justin if he was like older and like had like a.
If he-
like
definitely-
he was like a librarian.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, but
Hey,
that's crazy.
pull up the one of Josh, bro. The one with Josh from the 6-pack, please. Pull. Hey, Josh will ever answer me on that one. Like I don't know if.
So if it does it look like Josh?
Oh, it does, bro. I call it Redneck
No,
Ocho. Holy
That
shit,
is
dog.
Josh. That is Josh. Showing up at the party with a 12-pack of ramen noodles. That's fucking embarrassing.
We call it Redneck Ocho.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's so uncanny.
He doesn't like that. Huh?
I don't think he does. Okay,
That is Josh,
Yeah, it
bro.
is. He's never actually. I don't think Josh has actually ever given me a response to that picture. Like
That
every
is-
time I try to troll him, like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing with the
He
beer?"
just doesn't. He doesn't even respond.
Yeah, because I
That's that Florida Ocho.
yeah,
That's what they do in Florida.
that don't respond to people or what?
Nah,
No.
that's the way he look. Like that's that backwoods shit.
Well, Josh is from the land of Gators, dog.
He's from the
So-
land of Gators, bro.
I have another one. I don't know if I can find it right now, but Emily's brother Sebastian. I found a picture where a guy looked like a gay Asian version of him. So I call him like gay Asian or gay Sebastian, and I sent it to Sebastian one time, and he fucking loved it.
Really?
He's like, "How did you find this, bro?" LOL.
I probably made Emily mad.
No, she loved it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, no, she fucking. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like TikTok will ban you for saying the word gay. At least in this house, Emily doesn't. You know what I mean? She lets us have some freedom of speech around here.
Some.
Yeah, but we can't say the F word, obviously. But like we can say gay and stuff. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then but off the topic, I want to find your doppelganger.
I don't know, bro.
You look like
My
you-
weight
you-
fluctuates. It may be hard.
Have you ever seen that Mad TV skit where the girl has like she like dresses up as a dude and she goes into the movie theater and she's like, "Can I
Yeah.
get your number?" That's
Yeah.
what I originally was like. That kind of reminds me of Warren. But I think it's just like the eyes.
I have big ass eyes.
They're not super big though.
Not too big. Not crazy
No,
big,
not
but
crazy.
I got some big eyes.
Not
though.
crazy. No. And like I like your hairline. Crazy good hairline.
I mean, fuck that. I try
Lockdown crap,
I try
baby.
to
Look
keep
at
it.
your hairline,
I try
dog.
to keep it fresh, bro. But I mean, it's like every week I gotta go up to Tacoma. It's like fuck, man. I go to the clean. Well, I don't know if I can say it, but the clean cut boys. Good looking out. Mark the barber. You know what I mean?
Oh, why wouldn't you be able to say it?
Huh?
Why wouldn't you be able to say it?
Well, keeping stuff.
Yeah, private and stuff, whatever.
Private, but
I mean,
they do a good job, bro. It gets me out to Tacoma. So
I mean, I used to shout my barber out all the time. It's my brother, actually.
which one? This one?
Yeah,
No, but Andrew hasn't had a haircut in like 3 years.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, because I've been growing my hair out,
long
though.
ass.
I've been growing my hair out.
Do you
but-
cut your own hair?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, he goes
I
to the
used to.
Castle Barber down the street. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, like your hair is a foot long. I mean, it's
On some Jared Fogle shit, dude.
it's jarring.
It is kind of drawing. No, but I remember when I didn't send you a picture of me for a while,
Yeah,
and then I'd randomly just pop up like, "Hey, daddy, what's up?" And it was just like a picture, like long ass hair.
I was like, what? Pause,
Bro.
pause. By the way, but
Yeah, pause. By
yeah,
that,
I'm like, what the like?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. offend
I
you,
can't
sorry.
believe your hair is just. I mean, you look like I don't even know. I want him to get the mullet. Has he
I'm
told
sorry,
you that?
but hey,
No,
I'm-
I told him he should, but
But-
he has to get it like the
We
right
gotta-
way, or else it's gonna look
no,
like shit.
right. So it's got to be the right way. So what I want to say is, like when we're editing a video, or whatever. I want us to find a good picture, so the people can see. But do you remember Riff Raff?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like when he started doing like the neon icon shit?
No, he still has one now.
Does he still have one with the designs and shit?
Well,
Remember when he had the designs on the side with the mullet? That shit looked like.
I don't know if he has the designs, but I'll see if I can pull it up.
That shit looked fire, bro. That shit looked fire. With the sunglasses that he had, they were like the Bret Hart wrestling sunglasses.
Yeah.
And bro,
No, they did.
that shit.
I know, but bro, listen. First of all, the long hair works for me because the girls love it, right? And Emily loves it, right? And like, just everybody.
No, not really.
Oh,
It's still there though, but
I like it though. And I mean, cause he be having a line.
You guys think
of
I
it
can
and
make that
just-
work? I'm kind of fat, dude. No.
No, bro.
I think. You think I can make that work?
if you do the mullet right, it's got to be right. It's got to be right and not like, you know.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely, because your personality, you have the personality
I do have the
where you
person
don't
of a
give
mullet.
a fuck.
Yeah, Justin, that makes sense, right? Like I have the personality for a mullet.
You absolutely
I do. That makes crazy sense.
Because it draws crazy attention. It's going to draw all the
imagine
attention.
anywhere I go. Why does this
Anywhere
fucking guy
you
have a
go.
mullet, bro?
But people that get that, that's why somebody like him would do that. Or somebody like Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
Because they are the type of people that already draw a crowd.
I mean, if I get a mullet, rest in peace my reputation at work, honestly. Like,
If you get a mullet
John
at
would probably
work-
make fun of me
No,
for
if you
so
get a mullet
long,
at
bro.
work,
I can-
you would be probably on the news.
Yeah, I know.
You would be on the news, bro.
I mean, think about it, bro. They already call me Bison, and you're the one that revealed that 2 years ago, remember? You
Bison.
revealed that, Bison, remember?
Ah, yes.
And so now, like, I don't even get called Andrew anymore, bro.
Is it just straight up Bison?
Yeah, so it's like, Bison, why do you have a mullet? I don't know, dog, because Warren and Justin convinced me.
Bro.
That's what it is,
Bro.
man. I don't,
Who named you the Bison?
John did. Remember, they make fun because I rage out at work. Remember, because the bums,
Oh,
the bums
yeah.
fucking piss me off, dude. Still, and it's honestly like one of my biggest issues.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine just like, and I'm not, no offense, but like, imagine the world's most retarded fucking people coming through that front door, right?
And it's
they're
only
just
one front door.
Fucking yeah, one front door, right?
One front door.
So when you say where's the exit at, I don't know, because you came here. I don't want to answer that. We get paid to do a lot of stuff, right? But the one thing I don't get paid to do is to show you where the fucking exits are, right? But
Hey, no.
But
I get
yeah,
it.
no. But you gotta imagine. So, and I choose to work there. Okay, so I know people are like, "I'm just get a different job." Like, hey, it's come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know why I don't want to get a different job? But come on, but honestly,
Yeah.
but I'm not LeBron there. But anyways, I am. But imagine like the world's like
LeBron.
stupidest fucking people come through that front door, and it's like, what charger do I need? What phone case do I need? Well, what phone do you have? I don't know. You don't know what phone you bought?
Nah.
Like, bro, what? Oh, does this have Roku on it? And there's a big fucking Roku sign on the front. I'm sorry, dude. If I'm not, so I rage out. Then they call me the Bison. And I thought it was funny because there was way worse names that you guys have been given.
Oh, yeah.
So I could out of everybody's nicknames, I'm like, all right, cool. Bison's
I was
cool.
the Warcock. So.
Yeah, the Warcock. And then there's like fucking Squirrel and Alien and like Imagine.
Yeah, you don't want to be alien.
I don't want to be Alien. I don't want to be a squirrel, right? But you know what I mean?
You
So
don't want to be
Imagine.
squirrel. So Bison is like,
Yeah. So if I get the mullet, man, I don't know, dude. You guys are really trying on this one, huh?
The mullet
That's what
would
it
be
seems like.
dope. The mullet, it's just like done right. Like, you know what I mean though? Because like if it was done, if he like did it himself, he'd probably screw it up.
There's some people with like shit mullets.
Yeah,
So I
oh,
think
yeah.
I just don't like. I wouldn't want him to like try to get it, and then he ends up with a shit mullet, and
No.
it's irreversible.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want that for you. But like a good one, like what's that show that guy, that comedian that he was a baseball player,
I'm trying to remember.
and he always would wear sunglasses. I think he was a pitcher or something.
Oh, Randy Johnson, right?
It was it was like the dude was playing like a bad spoof of Randy Johnson. You don't remember what I'm talking about?
Not really, but we could probably look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look
We'll
at
have to
it.
fact check that.
It was a funny show. I can't remember what the dude's name was, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Mullets are just fucking hilarious.
Can a black person have a mullet? Like, could you have a mullet, or would it be the same?
Rihanna's had a mullet. I've never seen a dude with a mullet.
What would a black person with a mullet be? Like, is it still a mullet, or is it like a different name for it?
That's a good question.
I'm just asking you.
Didn't like
I don't know the answer to that.
Because like obviously like white people can't have an afro, right? Like that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Didn't like Pinky and like wasn't his a mullet or technically not? Huh?
His is a Jerry curl, but I mean it looks like a mullet.
It's just like short on the top, long in the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pinky, man, fucking, he's a
Pinky
legend.
is a legend.
He's a legend.
Shout
man.
out to Pinky, bro.
Yeah, shout out to
Clifton
Pinky,
Powell. By the way, you know his son is dating one of Barack's daughters, right? Did you know that?
That's. Can you imagine Barack as your fucking father-in-law?
That would be fucked up.
Come here.
Yeah.
Listen here. Like,
Yeah.
bro, what?
I
You're a
guess he like
legend.
had to sit down with his son and be like, "Yo, like
I would
no
too. I'd be like, hey, if you're
goofy
going,
shit.
yeah, seriously, if my son was dating Barack's daughter, bro,
Yeah.
you go over there, you respect that man.
Yeah, dude, like
You fucking respect the first fucking
for
black
real.
president ever. Dude.
I would be like
What?
scared of
How do
him.
you even get in the same room? Nah, she'd be low key partying, so never
She'd
mind.
be,
Yeah,
she'd
she's a little,
absolutely, yeah.
Can you imagine playing
absolutely.
beer pong at fucking Purdue with fucking Obama's daughter, dude?
It would
he just
be
had a
so
Purdue
fucked
kickback
up.
into Sasha, she's sitting there just fucking
And
playing
I'm
beer
sure
pong.
they're like, regular, obviously they are, but just the fact that, I mean, who your parents are, I just feel like, I don't know, like how would you react to that if you were, like, would you date somebody whose dad was the president? I don't think that I
don't
could,
think I
bro.
could.
Because it's
I
just,
feel like you'd try too hard to be on your P's and Q's and they'd just fuck everything up.
I would
Yeah.
date Bill Clinton's daughter though. You know why? Because he was so busy on Epstein's island, you wouldn't have time to worry about what the fuck me and your daughter be doing, dog. Go play with the kids while me and your daughter.
what is her name again?
It's like Chelsea Clinton.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, Chelsea.
Isn't she, I thought she was lesbian though. No,
I don't know. I think she has kids.
I mean, it doesn't matter if she's lesbian. Like, oh,
don't
kudos
know.
to you. That's
don't
cool.
know.
But yeah. Imagine like you're like, hey Sasha, what if you didn't know? By the way, there's a good chance. What if you didn't know?
Yeah.
Okay, and you like she invites you over to dinner, right? You get there and there's like Secret Service members like patting you down, like, okay, cool.
That's what I'm
cool.
saying, like,
and you get that Obama's at the table
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
his
saying.
and his tan brown suit that got him in trouble when he ran for president. Remember?
That's like, nah, dude. The whole part about all the Secret Service people and stuff like that, and then like, I don't know if I could. Like, it just would be too like much. Like, could you imagine? Like, they're both young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like the whole situation about sex, right?
How does Obama talk to them about that without making it sound like a?
If I
bedtime
was
story?
the young kid, if I was Pinky's son,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't even want to do that because I'm like, I'm not trying to get like, I don't want to get in trouble. Am I getting in trouble, bro?
Tased or some shit.
Yeah, like
You
what
know
if
what I'm
Sasha
saying,
wants to
though?
do stuff and I'm like, hey, I don't know.
And then
Sasha,
and
your
then
dad
he
told-
gets mad.
Yeah,
And then the dad gets mad and he's the fucking president.
I would be a troll though, and I'll tell you why. Right, I'd have two questions for Barack. I'd have two very good ones actually.
What would your questions
Well,
be?
I'd have two. I'd say
I know what one would be.
Well, I have one that kind of goes into something we were going to talk about later, but one, I'd be like, hey, like, since you were like the president, right? Like, you could have done so much for like people. Why didn't you do that? And by people, I mean like black people, And I was going to ask you about that. As a black American, do you think he did? I think I've asked you this before. I think, yes, we actually had that conversation
Yeah.
before. And you said that, I don't know, I forgot what you said.
I mean, he's the president of all the people, not just
Black
like
people.
brown people. So
Do you
like,
think he could have done something that would have been like monumental for you guys before he left office? That would have been like, oh, cool, hey, like reparations or something like that?
I mean, he could have like talked about it, but would that shit ever get passed?
Probably not while he's in office, no.
Hell no.
They don't want, yeah.
No.
The second thing I talked to him about is, Ayo, Brock, where the aliens at, blood?
I knew you would say that. I
yeah.
know you would say that, bro. That's why I
Yeah.
said I know what at least one of them would be.
Where are the UFOs at, dog?
That's what I would probably ask.
And he's looking at Sasha like,
I'd be like, "Yo, Big B dog." You know what I'm saying?
Big B, yeah.
I seriously no. I that's a valid question. I mean,
You're like, I can't tell you that.
I know, bro. Like, which is kind of like you said. That's coming up into the next topic, bro.
Is
That's some crazy shit. I don't know if you guys know, but what's the name of the telescope?
So it's the James Webb Telescope.
Webb.
I've been geeking out about it for a while now.
It's
I've been
crazy.
below a
It's
dozen-
cool. It's cool.
It's
Though.
awesome. They spent $20 billion on it, man.
And how long?
I think it took like a couple decades to build. Yeah, well, because it's a huge thing in science, bro. You know what I mean? Like they had to make sure it was, a lot of gold on it.
Yeah.
It helps with the mirror, infrared
Yeah.
technology. So like the pictures came out, right? The pictures of that telescope came out. And crazy. Which, by the way, the first picture I sent you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it this way. I sent you the first picture, okay? Justin told me to go on the NASA website and check out the full thing, right? And I did. That picture I sent you, Warren, is just a little blimp on the bigger picture.
What?
I don't think I told you that. So you know the picture I very first sent you?
Yeah.
And you
Which
like,
was like a lot of shit.
yeah, and you thought it was super cool, right? Now,
Yeah.
that was just a little tiny area zoomed in on the actual picture. So in that picture, there's thousands of galaxies, right?
Thousands.
That's just that small little zoomed in area.
So this
When you
that means
take-
this telescope can see a wide you know, view
And,
of,
you
because
know-
that was that, like you said, I thought that was the whole picture. I was like,
No, that was just the zoomed in part of it.
Jesus.
They had nebulas. The next day they released well, and Hubble telescope has already seen some of the stuff that we're seeing. They're just showing you what it looks like with the new telescope.
Yeah. Which looks way better.
Yeah. Justin was explaining to me yesterday, and I don't know if Justin or me even have a full understanding of like what this technology does, but it's not actually a picture, right? It's information taken from the infrared and the telescope, and like and it's like simulated as a picture.
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
like they had to have ran tests though to like,
'Cause
see
you
how
remember-
accurate this is.
Do you remember like a year or two ago when they showed us a picture of a black hole?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we obviously can't see it,
Yeah.
and we can't take a picture of a fucking black hole. It's literally like a telescope that gathers data, sends it back to us. We take that data, break it down, run it through a computer, and that computer generates an image.
That makes sense.
So that's how we know what the black hole is like, because like we just took thousands of fucking
little
Yeah.
tiny.
and then put it together.
Now my thing is they had to have ran practice photos, in my opinion, or like test to see if this would be accurate. Like, hey, we know what this poster looks like, right? So let's do some tests and see if the computer can generate that, right?
Yeah,
And if
they
it
probably
does,
did, yeah.
we know what that looks like because we're seeing it. And I think that's probably what they did.
Probably is.
But if they didn't, that's crazy. There's probably a way that I'm not understanding how this works. I'm pretty sure a scientist can run it through me.
Yeah.
Or run it by me, and I'm like, oh,
Pause.
that makes sense, yeah. And then they're like, hey, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Which then leads to the question, if is it fake or not? A lot of people think it's fake, and
Why would it be fake?
it could be, but like I don't think it is.
I don't think so. I don't think that they would waste their time like doing all that to fabricate a couple pictures.
I mean,
think
if
it's
what would be the
science.
let's play devil's advocate. If it was fake, why would it? Why would
That's
they,
what I'm saying.
What
Why
would be the
you-
reason?
Yeah.
Do you what would be for you to send? If it was fake, what would be the reason for it to be fake? The James Webb Telescope stuff, like
It makes
what would
no
be,
sense.
I don't know. Maybe to
To give humans false hope of what?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe to
because the world's kind of ran by religion, right? So like if you're showing us this stuff, it kind of breaks down like things that have been with us for thousands of years now.
What do you mean by that breaks down?
Well, like because religion kind of does control us, right? A lot of us, and for a while, nations were like religious.
But I
Before
mean,
separation
but
of-
they've talked about stars and shit in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
I know, but then you have a lot of religious people like, hey, that's just the devil trying to play a trick on you to make
Yeah.
you think God's not real, which that's kind of like a argument you can't really argue against, in my opinion.
A lot of it is.
Yeah. So maybe that's why. But then again, they're losing control by doing that. So I don't
know. I don't even question whether, like, I mean, I don't really believe in the moon landing. That's another topic for another, time. But
Oh, you don't?
hell no,
I don't either, man.
hell no.
I know people call me crazy and like
People call me crazy too, but I don't believe that in the 70s we landed on the moon.
and
Or
broadcasted
sorry, not
it to
even the
fucking
70s,
TV.
the 60s. It was the 60s, right?
It was like 64 or some shit
yeah,
like that.
and then broadcasted it on the TV, and then we never went back.
Oh, they claim we lost the technology on the way there. You know what? You know what's more believable? Honestly, here's what I think might have
Oh, it
happened.
was 69.
69.
We went there, okay. We saw something that we shouldn't have seen, and they told us not to come out. And then we had to go back to Earth and film it from a fucking set. That makes hella sense. Like, we got to the moon, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever was already there watching us was like, hey, you guys aren't allowed to come off planet until we tell you to. Like on some like, hey, you guys are like too violent and too.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So they went back and they're like, yeah, we gotta fake this. Let's get Stanley Kubrick, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
I know what
fucking
you're
Steven
saying.
Spielberg, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I said his last name right, like Stanley
it's
Kubrick, right?
I think it's Hubert.
Yeah, and so, but yeah. Anyways, the pictures from this telescope, I think they're amazing, bro. And
They're beautiful.
There's gonna be way more, way more coming, dude.
Yeah.
Now are we gonna see an alien spaceship?
No, so that's kind of what I was saying, because like, you know how you said that, you know, they probably practiced it to show you what something would look like before they sent it into space.
Yeah.
I said that what if our telescope saw this big planet-sized spaceship with like aliens, and like, let's just say it saw something like completely unreal.
Yeah.
How would it know what that looks like to tell us what it looks like? Because we don't even know what aliens look like.
That's
So like,
true.
how would it send us data for us to process and simulate an image for
That's a good question.
if we don't even know what it looks like, right? I don't know. I don't even know if that makes
If it's
sense.
something that is never, if it's something that
That's never been seen before.
Yeah,
How do
it's never been
how do we
seen.
simulate that?
I don't get how we would.
It's actually creepy looking at that picture, man. It's so creepy to realize how insignificant we are. Really. Like, it really just, like, baffled me the other night, seeing that.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of already knew we were, but just seeing that for real, bro, I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
How vast space is, and, like...
just the Milky Way galaxy alone, like they say, it could be thousands of Earth-like planets just in our solar system. Damn, that's
and not even counting the other galaxies and the
Yeah.
vast...
and there's billions and billions and billions of galaxies, so it's just weird, bro.
You brought up a question the other day. You said, what is the galaxy... What is outside of it?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Why does that hurt your brain to think of that? Like, why does it hurt my brain to think what is outside of the galaxy? That's so weird
Yeah,
to, like,
because
even...
they say the galaxy is, or
Are
the
you talking about like ours, like Milky Way?
no, outside of the universe,
outside
sorry.
of the
Oh.
universe. I mean, like
Yeah.
they say, the universe is forever. It's expanding. What is it expanding into? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? So say whatever shape that I've read, and it said that they think that
It's a donut
they
shape.
think it's like a donut shape,
Yeah.
or like a, so like circles, whatever, sphere, whatever. So something is expanding, right? So you could picture like a balloon, but what is on the outside of the balloon? Like what is
Yeah.
that? It just doesn't make sense to me.
They kind of made
And
it...
I don't get, like, me and you were talking about the Big Bang, and you research the Big Bang, and it talks about before there was space, there was just particles, and they just were.
That makes no
That
goddamn
makes
sense.
no fucking sense.
It makes no sense to think there was nothing before it, but it makes no sense that there was something before it. You know,
Yeah,
okay,
it
so it kind
doesn't
of goes
make
off what
sense.
you just said about the expanding part.
Yeah.
They kind of made a theory. It's like when you bake bread in an oven, how it goes up, 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 and then when you take it out, it goes back down a little bit.
Right.
So they kind of theorize that that's just what life is. It just expands, 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 goes back down to the Big Bang, and goes back out again, and just keeps repeating. That
Well,
makes...
you showed me a video about that actually, where
So
like they
what
think that's what the
happened-
Big Bang was, is like the universe eating itself and then recreating itself.
So they think that could happen again.
Yeah, like
So, and
it'll
when
just keep
that
repeating.
when that happens, everything would be destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's expanding and then to a point where it collapses and then it expands again.
Can you imagine being alive during that? Imagine just like that, the whole universe in the blink of an eye stops, dude. Woo!
I can't.
I would rather that though. Honestly, I would rather that be life.
So in time, when it comes to time, so how old are, if that theory is true, like, then time is probably not.
A thing.
A lot of people think that anyways, at times it's kind of like a man-made construct. Like it's not really real. We just kind of
Isn't that
put
why
it
they
that
call
way.
it space time though? Because space is technically time. Like when you travel to another planet, it takes this long, and when you get to that planet, years have already passed on your own planet, and like time is like really like just depending on where you're at in the universe, dude.
I don't know. I guess I do get what you're saying. That's the only way it would make sense to me is if it's like, you know, we don't understand it because, like, you know, humans created time, and maybe, like you said, it's just not really. It doesn't really.
It's like it's not a thing.
Yes, doesn't really equate to, you know, the universe or whatever, because
You know,
it's just outside of that.
Because like we definitely made like Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
24-hour periods based on like Earth's rotation and everything like that. But who's to say that like that is correct to like everyone else?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what helped me throughout my day is not going by the days anymore. Like if you kind of treat every day as a new day, it'll make your life easier.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow's a brand new day. I'm breathing. I'm able to do stuff.
That's what I do.
If you look at it like, oh, it's a fucking Monday.
No, you gotta look at it as a new day.
You know, and then you grow to hate Mondays, and then that ideology gets passed on to other people, and everybody's like, oh, I hate Monday.
Yeah.
But like, you don't think of it like that, bro. Like, I know a lot of us have 9 to 5s, and we have to do the whole like.
But that doesn't mean that you have to
waste that day.
Live like your mind is powerful, and like you said, it's about how you look at things, though. You know, if you look at it every day as an opportunity, and are like to live, then you're not going to complain that it's Monday because you're happy
to be here. Which I'm starting to try to do that. And also, I would like life to be what we were just talking about. Like, I kind of think the whole concept of like heaven and hell is just whack as fuck, bro.
I mean,
like, I honestly think it's whack. Like, if everything just restarted again, give me another go as Andrew, bro. That'd be cool, bro. Or maybe someone else. Maybe I get to be you in my next life, or maybe I get to be something completely different, dude.
I mean,
like that'd be
it's insane because like. How long or how old do they think the universe is?
14 billion years. You can look that up if you want, but I think it's about 14 billion.
So, I mean, humans evolved.
Yeah, it says approximately 13.8 billion years old.
So 13.8 billion. It took
Which
about.
I wonder how they figured that out. Like, how do you even figure that out?
That's a good point. I mean,
I'm pretty sure they know. They're smart scientists, but like,
I don't know.
What goes behind that?
It's still like, yeah. I mean, like, I still think like, how did you figure that out?
Yeah, no, I do too. And they say humanoids have been around for around 200,000 years. So if the Big Bang, think about that. So 14 billion years, they say, and then it took, and humans have only been around for
like a fraction,
at least on
that,
this planet,
a little tiny fraction of that,
a little tiny ass fraction.
Yeah, like it's to the point.
And the dinosaurs roamed for
millions of years.
Yeah, millions of years.
Like, what if life on other planets is just animals? What if we're an anomaly? What if humans? What if our planet is just an anomaly, and other planets literally all have like animals and trees and stuff like that? The ones.
I mean,
don't
life. They say that life is just science? Like, what I mean by that is. Like because of, like you said, we were talking about what atoms like reactionary and molecules, and stuff starts from molecules and then it sort of branches out. So it's like if life is just science, then maybe, like you said, it could be that we're just unique because of the positioning
that we were in.
Yeah.
I also think humans are so indoctrinated and kind of like just set in our ways that if we were told straight up like, hey, this group of people like engineered you guys, like Prometheus, right?
Yeah.
Like these group of people, they made us, right?
Yeah.
The people like, no, you're just trying to turn us away from God. You're not. That's not true. You're trying to turn us to the devil, right? So I think there's a large part of us, man, and this is the scary part. You mentioned this. This is what I want to end the show off with, okay? You mentioned this to me the other day, how you don't think we'll make it. You don't think humans will survive, right?
No.
And you said, what, like another 1,000 years?
I don't even think it'll be another 1,000, no.
Here's why, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Not even society failing. Isn't it already a thing that like our Earth isn't going to be like habitable? Whatever the word is.
Yeah, it's habitable.
I wonder how long that is, though. The habitable part.
Well, it's because the sun's going to eat Earth eventually.
Well, that's
billions
long,
of years, right?
yeah. But I don't think personally that humans will make it another 1,000 years with all the technology. We with all like the destruction that humans are doing to the earth, and like what, like half the population don't even believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
They said like within like 100 years, there's going to be certain areas of the world that like you have to wear protective gear just to like survive.
Right. And then like you look at the animals that are going extinct, some of the animals. So if one animal goes extinct, it fucks up the fucking entire food chain. You know what I mean? It has just rippling. Like think about like if tomorrow mosquitoes went extinct, it would fuck up the entire ecosystem from fucking bats to insects to all
Bees too.
Bees
Bees
yeah.
would fuck up the entire.
Now just the entire life as we know it. But that's like humans are good at destroying shit. And I was telling him, I was saying like it's amazing, like humanity, like they were saying humanoids have been around for 200,000 years and have been able to be like pretty successful at like thriving and not really fucking up the earth that much.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, like
I would say a couple
like
I mean, the Industrial Revolution was like the early 1900s. So.
right. So in the past like 100 years, look how much we have fucked things up. 200,000 years, everything was Earth was still, but then in the last 100 years, So put it this way: do you think that humans will make it on this earth another 200,000 years?
No.
Hell no.
No, I think
Not even close.
you might, bro. I think you hit it right on the head. 1,000? No, because you also mentioned
Because think about how long, like literally, think of 1,000 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Well, you mentioned how a large portion of humans don't even believe in global warming.
Right.
Right. You can't even
Okay,
talk.
real quick fact check. I guess the Industrial Revolution was in the late 1700s, not the 1900s.
Okay, so late 1700s. So
I'm thinking of like the automobile and like that type of
So
shit.
about 200 years.
So about 200 years. So we took about 200 years for us to fuck the earth up.
And I would say since the Roswell incident to really fuck the earth up.
Right. To really fuck it up.
So you mentioned how a large group of us just don't care about science.
Don't give a fuck about the earth.
And that's why we won't last, man. It sucks.
And that's why we won't last.
We're cool. I think humans are so cool. Like we have so
Really
much
cool.
potential.
So
We
much potential.
Like we really manifested this shit. Like everything in this room, that came from someone's fucking thoughts, bro.
Absolutely.
This is from someone's thoughts.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's cool as fuck.
We've we've come to we evolved, our brains got smaller and more efficient, and like we've got all this technology and this cool shit, but at the end of the day, like we're doing more harm than we are good, and we're not figuring out solutions fast enough. We're not on top of it fast enough.
I think too many of us are brainwashed too, man. You got people
like
like
I give it another 300 years tops before
things get really bad.
things start getting fucking bad.
And you know who's making it off this planet? Not us.
Oh, yeah.
We're not making it off here. The rich people are making it off
here. A few
here.
rich people are going to make it off the planet, I'm sure, and go to fucking Mars where they have
a colony somewhere.
a colony, I'd absolutely
if they
think
already
that'll
haven't
happen.
been fucking building that already.
Yeah, if they already haven't been building it. So, of course, that'll happen. But,
we're gonna be our own downfall, unfortunately, and it sucks to see because we're amazing.
Yeah,
but you have people who are like,
and then
those
who knows,
pictures
like,
are real. That's the devil.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if like we went extinct, humans went extinct on this planet, and then like dinosaurs came back or some shit like that? That'd be fucking.
Or cockroaches became like human or something.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. That would be insane.
There, pretty much.
All right, cool. That's tonight's episode, guys.
Yeah, man, we was going to touch on R. Kelly, man, the Pied Piper, but...
Yeah, the Pied Piper. That's crazy that his name's the Pied Piper, because if you look up the history of the Pied Piper...
Yeah.
That's crazy that that's his name.
The Pied Piper.
What?
Whistling in girls' booty holes.
What's the meaning behind that?
The meaning behind the Pied Piper? Isn't it like... It has to do with kids?
It has to do with kids.
Like
Look it up.
kidnapping kids and shit, and like getting them to follow you through the flute. Isn't what the
We
original
gotta look up the original.
the original
thing first.
Pied Piper thing was like some real creepy like.
Nah,
shit,
it had
right?
to do with some kids though.
Yeah, it
It
did
was
have
some
to do with
weird
kids.
shit, bro.
So
And he played the fiddle, didn't he?
he fiddled somebody's kids. I don't know about playing the fiddle, dog, but he.
Yeah, it says that he was a rat catcher hired by the town to lure rats away with his magical pipe.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey yo,
Hey, yo.
hey yo, kill me,
It says
mom.
when the citizens refused to pay for his services as they promised, he retaliated by using his instrument's magical powers on their children, leading them away as he did with the rats. R. Kelly called himself the Pied Piper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cringy.
Magical pipe, huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when Jeffrey Epstein named his plane the Lolita, right? And a Lolita is a book about a fucking pedophile,
That's weird.
right?
Hey, man.
So I'm sorry, but it's like, oh, when I get separated.
You can't, there's no way he wasn't that self-aware, bro.
When like, hey, you want to go on the Lolita Express? Yeah, isn't that a book about a pedophile?
That's sad.
You know what I mean? Or like R. Kelly, like, oh, I'm the Pied Piper. Oh, because you just pissed on a fucking minor on camera.
He had a
and
whole,
you piped
he had a
shit
whole
on it.
costume and everything.
That's all bad.
Like Zorro and shit. With the eyes
That's just
cut
what
out.
I mean. That's online, bro. People have been so annoying me that this week.
Watch
What
this.
about Elvis, bro? Oh yeah, because there's a video of Elvis pissing and shitting on a fucking minor, and making her wife shit on her face. Elvis is a fucking bitch too. Don't get me wrong, right? If you're, I don't know who fucks with Elvis, but I think I speak for the white people in general, because I'm like the leader of the white brigade. We don't fuck
You're
with
leader of
Elvis,
the
dog.
white brigade?
Yeah, we don't fuck with Elvis, dog.
You don't fuck with Memphis?
No, bro. And I know people like, but what about that white woman only getting 20 years? Like, bro, R. Kelly still pissed and shit on a fucking minor.
Dude's sick.
There's video of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I said this last week, bro. I get to separate the art from the artist, man.
Dude is sick, bro.
It's like, hey, you know he pissed and shit on a minor? Yeah, but his music's good.
Nah, yeah, we don't fuck.
Right? That's it.
We don't fuck.
Separate
with
the art from the artist, right? But what about them parents, though? Them parents sold them kids. Yeah, hey, his music's fire, though.
Nah, I can't co-sign that, bro. I don't listen. To
Are you
that.
sure? Are you sure? Classics, bro.
I don't.
I'm pretty
listen
sure
to
you
it.
might have been conceived. Me and you might have been conceived to some R. Kelly, no?
Nah.
You know, you guys don't know. Exactly. It's how fucking retarded that argument is.
Yeah, nah, not me.
What about Elvis, bro? Yeah, Elvis is a fucking too, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, this guy's
Sorry.
Hamboni.
It's just like, bro, like, it's like, you know what I
Emily
mean?
is close.
Yeah, I
dude.
know.
You can't
Like, she's
watch
probably
it.
going to be at the second to open the door to say,
Lost it.
Eyes glowing,
Yeah, his
levitating
eyes.
from the floor.
like The Exorcist.
That was disturbing. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
That was very
it
disturbing.
was disturbing, but that's the thumbnail, actually.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I had no personally people, right, that listen to R. Kelly. I'm not judging you, bro, but it's like, come on, can we stop making excuses? At least don't make excuses, bro. That's the worst part. Just say you like the music. Don't be like, what about them white people, though? Like, yeah, bro, what? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't like the white people who touch kids either.
Yeah.
What?
It's.
You think I'm keeping for white people who touch kids?
Yeah, I'm cool off of R. Kelly, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty sure everybody that I know is.
That's a real person, not like a bot on Facebook. Like, oh, that man, they just want that man because he a rich black man who try to buy, you know, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but no. You know his victims were black women, right?
Yeah.
So when they try to use like the race card to defend him, you're fucking essentially tearing down his black victims who were women. And they say the most disrespected person in America is a what?
Yeah, black.
Is a black woman, right? So when you guys like try to defend R. Kelly and make fun of him and not make fun of him, and you try to like cape for him, and what about Elvis and what about that white woman, bro? But his victims are black women.
It's weird.
Do they? Isn't that kind of weird? How like when a white woman gets raped or molested, like we stick up for them, and right? But when it's a black woman, where it's like, oh no, R. Kelly makes good music though. That's almost essentially saying like black women just shut the fuck up and get raped and molested.
It is.
Get pissed and shit on when you're a minor because he makes fucking classics.
I remember, I can't remember if this is real or not, but I remember there was a video a while back where he was playing the piano with like these like girls in the room, and there was like a cup of piss sitting on top of the piano. And then when people like kind of questioned it or whatever, and like they kind of brushed it off, but then like, you know, when the documentaries and stuff came out and they said that he made girls drink that,
That's fucking.
bro, you kind of low-key snitched on yourself because you shot a video with a cup of piss on your piano.
That dude is weird.
You can't even like lie about it now because we all saw the video.
You know, before we end tonight's episode too, you know who's at fault for all this, really? And obviously R. Kelly, but not us, bro. Our parents were the ones that brushed off the cup of piss. We were fucking essentially teenagers back when this was all happening, right?
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like, we weren't the ones that could hold him accountable for that. That was our parents who brushed off the cup of piss on a fucking piano.
Yeah.
We didn't do no. We're now adults saying like, no, bro, we don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but what about them parents? You're damn right. What about them parents? But bro, at the end of the day, he's gone. So cool.
Yeah.
I know Boosie was like, oh, you know, you don't want to send a man to prison. I've been to prison, and bro, he might be right, but at the end of the day, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm not rocking with
Send
Boosie
all the
on
white fucking molesters and rapists to prison too. I don't
I'm
give
not
a fuck
rocking
about
with.
all that.
I'm not rocking with Boosie on that, bro.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like, don't you kind of think they did the same thing with OJ though, a little bit? Like when OJ was getting the whole trial, it's like, oh, they defended him because they didn't like. They kind of defended him because of his race and not because they thought he was innocent.
But it's we. I think it. It depends on who. What like everything that I listen to, like all the pods that I listen to, like Kelly is not getting a pass. You know, like. But I mean, I'd agree with you. I do think like a lot of the social media is people saying shit like that. You know,
and they're not saying that in real life, bro. And if they have kids too, imagine your kids hearing you in another room, like, yeah, R. Kelly makes classics, bro, and your daughter's sitting there like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I guess so. You'd let me get pissed and shit on that.
Yeah. No.
Right? Essentially, I'm sorry, but essentially,
No,
I don't. Maybe.
No,
maybe
I don't think people saying they like his music are defending and like not what's the word condoning. They're not condoning his actions,
but
they just are overlooking his actions because of his music.
And me, I can't even overlook it. I like a lot of his music. I really
I don't even think I've heard an R. Kelly song.
I used to fuck with his music a lot because I mean I'm 35, so like when I was in there was an era where he started being on everybody's hooks, from Fat Joe to Jay-Z.
I only know the song he has with Cassidy, or is that even him?
That's him.
Yeah, I just know that song.
That was around the era where like if you had Kelly on a hook, it was probably gonna go platinum. Like if you remember, obviously this is before both our times, but like Nate Dogg on a hook.
Yeah.
If you had Nate Dogg on a hook, dog, your shit was gonna fucking
the R.
blow
Kelly
up.
stimulus package, basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
So like Kelly was the same thing at one time. Like if you had him on the hook, you were gonna fucking. And funny you brought up Cassidy. What's his biggest song ever?
That song.
Let's be real.
Yeah, Cassidy better not be coming. Ayo.
And it's just like, but even with all that being said, I don't listen to any of it now.
I'm proud to say that I've never heard a goddamn car besides Hotel.
It's just weird.
Well, I mean, like we've heard of like, you know, his like super big classics because they'll get played in like movies and like that type of shit. But I've like never actually listened to that song.
I could still say like the dude is talented. Like the dude, he writes, he sings. To me, it's all sad because what a waste.
What a waste of a fucking career and a status. You could have been the GOAT, bro.
Yeah. It's just
but
what
people also did the same thing with MJ, bro. Like
his brother said that he was molested as well. His brother.
There is a very, very big connection between people who do crimes against kids that had that happen to them.
Yeah, his brother said that he was molested.
At a certain level, I can have empathy for that.
It's sad. I just think it's sad.
I'm like,
hurt people hurt people.
You were a little kid at one point getting touched on, bro.
Yeah,
you didn't deserve that, dog.
Yeah, no,
you know
no kid deserves that.
You don't deserve that, bro. And at some point, I can't feel empathy for that.
Yeah, I think it's just sad all the way around.
Kells, bro, I can feel empathy for that.
Yeah, nobody deserves that. Is it? Come on.
But yeah, you guys, episode 51 to Say What's Real. Thank you,
classic.
Warren. Yeah,
classic.
We got to get a picture
Coming back, man. It's always
felt fucking natural, bro. It felt like nothing ever. It felt like no time passed. It felt like we just get right back into stew blood, you know.
In a stew,
yeah, man. But yeah, guys, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like usual. We have the artist page on Spotify now. Like I said last week too, you know, we're on fucking trying to maintaining all that other shit. So
maintaining.
Thank you guys. Until next time.
Peace.